it's Chloe Demers, Save the Victor Roll. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It's another video from the Older Than Average YouTuber here on the YouTubes. And can you believe it's February? It kind of feels like December. January was the longest year on record. So anyways, it is collab time. So this month we are doing The Lovers by Cosmic Beauty. If you want to see the look we create, that might be a cute Valentine's Day look, you're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. Wow, it's been a month already, or should I say it felt like a year. January was the longest month on record. So it is collab time again with my gorgeous makeup named twin Makeup Therapy. In the real world, we're both named Manuela. I have never met too many people that have the same name as me, which is pretty cool. So we're going to be playing with basically one of our mutual favorite brands, which is Cosmic Beauty. That seems to have been the theme the last little while. And yes, I did not buy the last palette that they just released, I think on Friday. I want it, but I've spent too much money on makeup. I am trying to save up for new fur babies. So let's play with something tried and true. Let's play with the Lovers palette. So I don't have a lot of time today, so I did a little blushy pink blush and highlight moment. I've just got my LYS Beauty on, a little bit of lavender powder from Fenty, and we're ready to roll. So I've decided, you know I'm always playing on that side, we're playing on this side today. So we are going to be playing with the pinks and purples and maybe a touch of neutral. So let's get that party started. Ooh, almost dropped that. Oh, that's so funny. I put my hand in there and it made a heart print. Oh, Valentine's Day. Look at that. Okay, so let's put on some eye primer. I am still puttering away here on my P. Louise Rumor 2. I generally, unless I'm filming, I only wear makeup if I go to the office or if I'm going out and about with friends. But the rest of the week, if I'm just sitting my butt at home, I don't really do a lot of makeups, even though I love to. But yeah, primer, that's where we are. Okay, so a little bit of our P. Louise primer. I forgot to bring my normal primer brush, so we'll just use one of the plethora of brushes I have in my little ceramic cat head here. And yeah, I really like this. Luckily, I have a few other bases that I really like because I'm not planning to do a P. Louise order anytime soon. So luckily I have my Kaleidos one, I believe, to use. I might even have a Juvia's Place one as well. Primer ready to go. Okay, so we're doing a pink eye. We're just, again, using our Rumor 2. So we're ready to roll. Curious to see what my name twin's idea is for the Valentine's Day palette. I can't remember the look, actually. I did the original video on this on, so hopefully we're not going to be recreating the same look. Because me, you never know, but I have a feeling I used the turquoises. Okay, so we're going to go into this darkest purple shade, I think. Yeah, so we're going to go, or should I do actually, you know what? I'm going to use a little bit of Affection here, and I'm just going to put down my primer with that. I think we just want to be a little less tacky. So let's use this light shade here before going into the darkest shade. When I first started doing makeup, that's what I used to always do. I had this neutral shade by Urban Decay. I used to use that, the same lightest shade in all the palettes that I used to have by them. I always ended up using the first two shades first. And then I started buying them singly because I was wasting palettes because only using the first few lightest shades. Especially when I started doing pinup, I did a lot more neutral eye with a big winged out look. All right, so now we're going to go into the shade called Harmony. So it is a kind of like this darkest purpley burgundy type shades. I think we're going to go with that one next. That brush might be a little bit too on the floofy side, so let's go on this one here. There's a little kick up, but let's pick it up and then tap it off on our hand because we did do our base first. Oh, I'm still loving that. I by accident put my hand in there and I got a heart. This is a day of love. It's Valentine's Day. For Valentine's Day, my friend's husband and son are taking her out to like a comedy daytime show. My friend really loves comedy. I'm not so much of a comedy person. do like some comedy, but I like mine pretty dark. So anyways, I said I would do her hair. So hopefully that will turn out well. I rarely do other people's hair. If I can do vintage hair on myself really easy, other people sometimes it's a little bit more difficult, but I have managed it a few times, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so now we're gonna take that big floofy brush and then we're just gonna brush it up. I'm gonna contemplate if I wanted to wing this out or not, or if we want to do a rounded look. I've been really enjoying those. I mean, if I see photos of myself with a winged out look, I'm like, why am I not doing winged out looks? But then when I do winged out looks, I'm like, why am I not doing a rounded look? So probably because I haven't been doing as much crazy makeup. So the blush I have on is from Besme. It's their 1915 like raspberry. And then for highlighter, there's a pink highlighter in one of the Trixie Mattel blush palettes. I thought I'd use that. Okay. Even more blingy in person, but it's just such a nice highlighter. Not much for Trixie's eyeshadows, but her blushes, bronzer, and highlighters are quite on the ball. I do like me them. Alrighty. Yeah, let's round the eye look and maybe we can do a more dramatic wing for this one. All right, so there we go. So that was the shade that was called Harmony. So now we're going to go into this kind of a dusty-ish pink here that is called Attraction. So we're going to go into that. And then that's going to be, I think, our main part of our middle lid there. Yeah, I wasn't going to look at the new Cosmic Beauty palette at all. Like, don't even look at the inside because my friend sent me the cover and she's like, oh, you're going to be in trouble. But it's like, you know what? Nope. We are working really hard at not spending money. We have so many beautiful palettes that get not enough time in the day to play with, especially other Cosmic Beauty brushes, Cosmic Beauty palettes. But when I got the email saying, yay, it's out now, I scrolled and man, it is beautiful. But I think I have a few, I mean, they don't seem to repeat shades, but similar color palette and a few others similar shades. So I hope I can stay strong and not get it. It is very beautiful. It's one of the smaller ones, kind of like the original, kind of like the Gothic one that came out when they first tried kind of like a Halloween-y type look. So it's that smaller size, so it's not a 12 pan, it's like maybe, or a 20 pan, it's like, yeah, maybe 12, yeah. 10 or 12. Anyways, there we go. That's really pretty. Then for the inner portion of our lid, we're going to use this shade that is called Unconditional, as in unconditional love. I have unconditional love for Cosmic Beauty. I need to stop talking about that palette or I'm going to go and buy myself it. And like I said, I'm trying really good to save up for some fur babies. I miss having cats around. I miss my Missy and my Abby. So, and I think they will be happy if I get another friend or two. I don't know what the birds are going to think about it, but here we are. So we've got this nice kind of dusty pinky look with a little bit of darker on the end. So before we decide if we're going to intensify or what we're going to do, we're just going to go into that first darker shade again, which is Harmony, and we're going to go and run that along the waterline here. There we go. So if you decided you got to get the new palette, let me know below. And if you're going to shoot a video with it, let me know so I can watch it and live vicariously through other people. I think the other thing is if Cosmic Beauty was not that expensive to ship, it wouldn't be so bad. Like the prices of their palettes are really good, but the shipping always gets me. And most of the time, because I want it, because I'm a completionist, I don't have a problem, but because I would only want that small palette, paying about $30 to ship it is a little bit excessive in my world. I'm feeling the need to wing this out. You know what? I'm going to do that. I am going to go back into Harmony and I'm just going to go up because I really like this dark shades. I'm going to wing this out. so I'm just going to go intensify the first two colors that I used. Well, I did the first one, but the next two colors, so we're going to go back into Attraction for in the center before we add our Shine and Shimmer. So, and then a little bit of Unconditional. That goes pretty good with my headband a little bit. Do you have a darker one? I might switch to that. Okay, so now let's play with a little bit of a shimmer. So we have four different ones that we could use. So we have Faithful, this one here, which is really light, which I think might be nice for the inner corner. Then we have Companion, which is this one here. This one would also, it's a little bit darker, but also might be nice for that. And then we have Connection, which is a nice purple tint to it. And then the last one is the darkest shade in here. And this one is Choices. Ooh, that's really pretty. All right, I think I'm leaning to this one for inner corner for sure. So let's just start with that. Let me just grab it. I'll use the brush. I'll use the brush. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to grab a little bit of Faithful. And I'm going to pop that into the inner corner. There we go. Yeah, let me see a little bit. All right, so then we will go into Connection, and we're going to use that one for in the middle. These ones are the really nice putty soft ones, so I'm not worried about any fallout there. So I'm just going to, I don't think I need any spray either, so let's tap her on in the middle. Kind of like a pink flame. Yeah, they're so soft and they feel so nice and silky. Okay, and then we are going to go into Choices for on the outer end. I'm right away going to go flangey. It's really nice. And then a little bit on the brush just to get the spots that my fingers missed. That looks super nice. Okay, so now let's finish our eyes. So I've got some Essence mascara, and then I have, oh, there's my eyeliner, and then I have an eyeliner from Creature Cosmetics, which is a purple. So I thought that might work for today. So let's undo that. Yeah, I think that works good. So again, I asked you how you all were doing. Let me know what you've been up to. I've been taking online classes. I did what's called a lunch and learn at work. So I was putting together slideshows, doing stuff with friends. I've been doing a little spring cleaning in my house. Organizing my vanity and my ladyhead collection. I got a new, I went to, it's called Tilly's, so it's like a Sally Ann, and they had what I collect these round, might have seen if you go on my Instagram, round metal shelves that have wood shelves or a metal on the outside and then shelves in the center where I store my lady heads in. Somebody, I guess, had donated one, so I got one for $15. So I was able to, instead of having some lady heads clutter up my with my vanity and my dressers, I had a place to put some more. So it looks really good. And there we go. If I remember, if I still have a picture on my phone, maybe I'll pop it in there. Alrighty, so a little bit of liner. So now we're going to put on some mascara, and then we're going to finish off with lips. And I might change to that other hairband. Yeah, I really can't wait to see what Manuela is doing with her eye look. It'll be fantastic. As we always know, I'm not a makeup expert. I'm just a makeup lover, and I just like doing these collabs. So I always like to see if we do the same color stories or different color stories. And I'm putting on makeup. So if I'm putting it on camera or not, I get the same joy from it. All right, so there we go. I know it doesn't help a lot, but it helps a little bit because I have almost no lashes. All right, so for lipstick, I'm starting with a Morphe liner. When I was doing my cleanup, I discovered the other day, I'm like, oh, I have Morphe liner. It's in the shade called Ginger. I may have been gifted this one. I'm not sure. I don't think I ever, from Morphe, I bought brushes, but I don't think I've ever, and spray, but I don't ever remember buying eyeshadow or lippy or anything from them myself. So I don't have a lot of pink lip liners, so I thought this would go really well. And then I got some batteries for my for a new keyboard, and I was able to put some into my kimchi, so I can have my kimchi mirror lighted again. It takes so many batteries, but I got a good deal on a whack of them. So, alrighty, there we go. A little bit of lip liner. And then this shade here, I don't think it says on here who it's from, and I can't remember who it's from. All I know, it's in the shade called Still Crazy. And I thought, and yeah, it has some, it doesn't go shimmery on the lips, but the outside of the bullet is very shimmery. I think I got it in an ice cream box, I think. It's very nice and emollient too. And there we go. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna go finish up my hair, just a little tweak, maybe try a different hair brand, and then we can come back for some final chat. And we're back, we're done. Yeah, I think this slightly darker headband looks a little bit better. Probably goes more with this, but there we go. So that is my Valentine's Day inspired look for my February Name Twin collab with Makeup Therapy and our play with the Cosmic Beauty palette. And in case you haven't had enough of seeing this beautiful palette, here it is. Look how beautiful and silky the shimmers are. Oh, they feel just as good on the finger and on the eyeballs. So there we go. That's it. That's my quick, easy collab this month. I can't wait to see what my name twin does and what she likes for a Valentine's Day look. So anyways, that's it from me. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe even hit that notification bell. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends and talk cosmic beauty together. As always, behave, make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, bye. Lahitriot.